esterification, which means just formation of ester. Okay, whenever an alcohol reacts with carboxylic acid in acidic condition, it results into the formation of an ester, as well as there will be formation of water too. And this reaction is a reversible reaction. This reaction is a reversible reaction. Also, along with carboxylic acid, the derivatives of carboxylic acid are also able to form the ester and undergo this esterification reaction. Like if we take alcohol, it can also react with its anhydride. It can also react with its anhydride. Okay, and will perform similar kind of reaction in presence of H plus, that is acidic condition. So this hydrogen and this part of the anhydride, it removes and results into the formation of a carboxylic acid, as well as there will be formation of an ester. Okay, like acid plus alcohol, ester, alcohol plus derivative of acid, it will also form ester. And also along with this one, the acyl halide derivative. The acyl halide derivative, usually it is written in this form like RCOCl, but since we have to remove this H plus, so in order to represent in that manner, I have written in this way. What will happen? This HCl part is removed from the compound, and it will result into the formation of an ester again. Plus there will be formation of HCl. But the main difference in this reaction is we use base here. Like earlier in both cases, we have used the acidic condition, that is H plus ion, but in order to carry out this reaction, we are using pyridine as a base. So simply in all reactions, like in reaction 1 and reaction 2, you can easily observe that since these reactions are reversible, which means they can proceed in both the ways. Okay, so let's say in case, like in this reaction, since the byproduct is HCl, it will also make availability of H plus ion. Which means the solution will be more acidic. Then there are, like we can say, the reaction will be having tendency to shift in the backward direction because of presence of H plus ion. Since it is reversible reaction, if there will be excess of H plus ion, which means this species can also interact with this H plus ion and will again result into the formation of, like, these reactants, alcohol and acid or acyl halide. Okay, so that's why in order to neutralize this excess acidity of the solution, we are using pyridine as a base in this case. Is it clear to every one of you? Okay, so these are three important reactions. Out of all these three, if I say, like this is most common reaction, you are already familiar with esterification. This reaction will be more important, like with respect to reasoning problem. There can be one reasoning question related to this because there is some change in this type of reaction. And also there is one more reaction which is industrially used, so which makes it more important. Uh, Whenever the salicylic acid reacts with acetic anhydride, okay, again this H part and this part, it will be removed as acetic acid, and the resultant compound that will be formed OCOCH3, and this compound is your aspirin. Okay, like in your examination, often the question comes like write the preparation of aspirin. How can you convert a salicylic acid into aspirin? So with respect to that part, this reaction is also important, and it is also considered under the esterification reaction. Is it clear to everyone? Then the next one is esterification, transterification, ester hydrolysis. Simply just interaction of an ester with water to form alcohol plus acid. This is known as the transterification, sorry, ester hydrolysis. Like I have already told you, na, this reaction is reversible reaction. So from right to left process is known as ester hydrolysis. Okay, and also there can be one reasoning question related to esterification. Like in esterification, uh, if I say, I will just write here. Let's assume that that is your reactant and this is your product. So the question can be in esterification reaction, why we have to remove water? Why we have to remove water as soon as it is possible? Why water is removed as soon as it is possible, or why water is removed immediately? So the answer will be because esterification reaction is a reversible reaction. If we don't remove the water in time, then there is possibility that the reaction can proceed in backward direction. Like we have just combined the acid plus alcohol to form ester, then the ester can also combine with water to form alcohol plus acid. So there is also one possibility. So this is the reason why, like we remove water as soon as the reaction is proceed, as soon as the ester is formed. Is it clear? That's a simple one-line explanation. Because it is a reversible reaction and there is a possibility to proceed this reaction in backward direction. Clear? Now, I'll be proceeding further with us. Next part. Okay, in alcohol and phenol, we were studying about these reactions O bond H, like the reaction which involves the breaking of O bond H and O bond H. Okay, but alcohol, as we have already studied, that the alcohols they are having ability to show reactivity with the breaking of this bond as well. Like in case of alcohol only, they have also ability to just show the breaking of this C bond OH only. Now let us observe what type of reactions are there. So simply the first reaction is reaction with HCl and anhydrous ZnCl2. There is a reaction that is between HCl and anhydrous ZnCl2. Whenever an alcohol reacts with HCl in presence of anhydrous ZnCl2, it results into the formation of an alkyl halide RCl, plus along with this there will be formation of water. Okay, since this OH molecule, this OH group is replaced by this Cl, which means there is some breaking of this bond, C bond OH. Okay, but this mixture, this combination HCl plus anhydrous ZnCl2, as you already know, that this combination is Lucas reagent. Very good. This reagent is Lucas reagent, and this reaction is named as Lucas test, which is used to differentiate, between differentiate among primary, secondary, and tertiary alcohol, which is used to differentiate among primary, secondary, and tertiary alcohol. How can we differentiate? When we take primary alcohol plus Lucas reagent, that is the mixture of HCl and anhydrous ZnCl2, turbidity will be formed. Turbidity will be formed on heating after some time. Okay, on heating after some time. Secondary alcohol, when it will be react to Lucas reagent, there will be formation of turbidity after some time. Like heating is not that much required, it will be formed at room temperature, but we have to shake the solution and after some time that turbidity formation will take place. But when we take tertiary alcohol with Lucas reagent, there will be an immediate turbidity formation. There will be an immediate turbidity formation. So this is about you can say the Lucas test and the reaction with HCl and anhydrous ZnCl2. I hope this is also clear to everyone. Like we have already studied it in last chapter, haloalkane and haloarine. Is it clear to everyone? Okay. Now, along with this reaction, there are also some various, like you all have already written this Lucas test in the previous chapter, so don't need to write again. Next one is on the similar pattern, there are also various reactions that can be carried out. PCl5, PCl3, SOCl2. The product will always be same in all these cases, and also there are other hallucinating agent too. Dehydration of alcohol. Dehydration means removal of water. Dehydration of alcohol, which means just removal of water. Okay, let's say we have taken CS3, CH2, OH. It will be reacting in presence of sulfuric acid. It will be forming CH2 double bond CH2 plus H2O. Okay, if I talk about its mechanism, then in its mechanism, like since there is use of sulfuric acid, so H2SO4, it will be capable of releasing H plus ion plus HSO4 minus. Like it can ionize as H plus and HSO4 minus. The first step of the mechanism will be just attack of H plus ion. Attack of H plus ion. We will be taking the alcohol CS3, CH2OH and H plus ion from the acid will be here. This oxygen, since this is having lone pair of electron, this oxygen is having lone pair of electron, and this proton, this is having no electron. So what will happen? This oxygen, it will just transfer its electron. Okay, like this H plus will get attached to this O bond H. So there will be formation of an ionic species CH3, CH2, OH, H and positive charge. Okay, there will be just formation of an ionic species. Now, the second step is removal of H2O, or we can also write this step as the formation of carbocation. Formation of carbocation. We can also write it as the formation of carbocation. Why we require to form the carbocation? Because in the first step, the species that is formed is an ionic species. In the first step, the species that is formed is an ionic species. If that is an ionic species, we already know that ionic species are highly unstable or they are highly reactive. So what will happen? CS3 CH2, OH, H, and this is having positive charge. Okay. This oxygen will tend to gain stability. How can it gain stability? It can break this bond with carbon and takes up electron. So the species that will be formed is CH3, CH2, and it is having positive charge, as well as there will be formation of water. Okay, there's a species you already know, that is the species in which carbon contains positive charge is carbocation. The species in which carbon contains positive charge is carbocation. Now the third step is again like in the first step there was an ionic species. In the second step there is also an ionic species now. So it can the third step will be removal of hydrogen as H plus. Removal of hydrogen as H plus. Like if we see the alpha carbon or alpha hydrogen. So this positively charged carbon, it will just seek electron, it will demand electron from the adjacent carbon atom, and this carbon atom will takes up electron from the hydrogen part. It will takes up electron from the hydrogen part, okay, and it will be having negative charge, and it will result into the formation of an alkene, as well as there will be just release of H plus ion. This released H plus ion, okay, this gets combined to this HSO4 minus part. This released H plus ion, it gets combined to this HSO4 minus ion, okay, and also they will result into the formation of H2SO4, as we have taken the H2SO4 as a catalyst now, and we already know that the catalysts are always removed as in the same quantity and in the same structure after the reaction. So this H plus will get combined to this ion and will result into the formation of H2SO4. So this is all about your dehydration of alcohol reaction. Is it clear to every one of you? In the last step, what will happen, beta? Hmm, just a minute. Okay, in the last step, since carbon is having positive charge, this carbon, any positively charged species that will seek electron, any positively charged species is there, then it will seek for the electron, it will search for the electron. So it will search electron from the adjacent atom, like adjacent carbon atom. So this carbon atom just takes up electron of this C bond H and releases as this H plus ion, and there will be negative charge, negative, positive, double bond. Now it got clear. Class 12D, other students also respond beta if it is clear to everyone. Okay, one of important reaction. Now, uh, in this reaction, the second step, that is the formation of carbocation, it is the slowest step of all these three steps, all these three reaction or all these three steps. Second step is the slowest step from the chemical kinetics. From the chemical kinetics, we already know that the slowest step is the rate determining step. The slowest step is the rate determining step, which means the formation of carbocation step will be the rate determining, and the amount of product in this step will just define the will just you can say decide the amount of complete product, amount of alkene. So simply, if I just ask the reactivity order between primary, secondary, and tertiary, if I ask about the reactivity order in between primary, secondary, and tertiary alcohol, then you will simply say since the reactivity of this reaction depends on the formation of carbocation. So we already know that the tertiary carbocation is highly stable, is most stable carbocation. Since tertiary is the most stable carbocation, so the tertiary alcohol will undergo faster in the dehydration reaction, whereas the primary alcohol will undergo will give slow reaction as compared to secondary and tertiary, because this reaction, the reactivity of this reaction depends on the formation of carbocation, and tertiary carbocation is highly stable. Is it also clear to everyone? Okay, like reactivity between primary, secondary, and tertiary alcohol. Uh, First, and will just showing some other formation, other possibilities what can happen here. So I will be removing this part as well as this part too. There is no need now. Just focus on this part, removal of water and formation of carbocation. Let's say there is formation of this carbocation, this compound. In place of this compound, there would have been CH3, CH, CH3, CH2, OH. Okay. In place of this compound, in place of ethyl group, let's say there could have been this group. It can also be possible. Okay, this is simply just isobutyl group, isobutyl alcohol. So what will happen? Like as usual process, there would have been removal of water, and there will be formation of CH3, CH, CH3, CH2 positive. CH2 positive. Okay, class 12D, just have patience and tell me like there will not be any problem. Like I have just done the same process. Okay, I will also be removing this part. This is your primary carbocation. This is your primary carbocation. But in this compound, there is possibility of formation of more stable carbocation. Like if I say CH3CH, CH3CH2 positive. Okay. If there would have been just transfer of proton to this carbon, there can be formation of CH3CH3CH3 and positive tertiary carbocation. There can be formation of tertiary carbocation. So, like if there is any possibility of formation of more stable carbocation in case of alcohol, although after removal of H2O, there is just formation of primary carbocation, but if there is another possibility of formation of carbocation, another more stable carbocation possibility is there, then it will undergo rearrangement. Then it will undergo rearrangement, or we can also say it as the hydrogen shifting. So we can also say it will also undergo hydrogen shift in order to form more stable carbocation. So okay, if it undergoes this reaction, so the last step, that is the removal of hydrogen as H plus. What will be the product in this case? CH3C, CH3, CH3 positive. There will be just removal of hydrogen from here in this form, and the product will be CH3C, CH3 double bond CH2. Okay, the product will be this one, and also the reaction will proceed through the more stable carbocation. It can also be like it can also be proceeding to the secondary if there is possibility of secondary. We will always go for the more stable carbocation through rearrangement. Is it also clear? Like in your chemistry, it happens because if there is possibility of more stable product formation, then it undergoes rearrangement. Okay, like earlier there was formation of only primary carbocation. Now there is just availability of secondary carbocation too. So there will be formation of this type of carbocation. Although like in these two cases the alkenes will be same. The alkenes will be same. But what is the main purpose of mechanism is? The main purpose of mechanism is to understand each and every process and each and every step which is undergoing in the chemical reaction. So that's why in mechanism we will be just proceeding through the formation of tertiary carbocation.